Ah, hey there, Fue. How is life running with her?
I got it covered.
Good. Because I'm getting word those Dixie bosons are starting to interfere with our drops.
They can try all they like. Still won't change the outcome. You getting in touch with your artistic side?
My wife used to draw on anything she could get her hands on. Half the time, she didn't even realize what she was doing. And yet, every stroke was perfection.
She's still back in Haiti?
Yes. It is where she is buried.
Guess we've all had our share of losses.
Our losses, Frere, are nowhere near the same.
I'm just trying to turn the page, set things right with you.
And you think comparing the deaths of our loved ones will do that? Papa Doc had my wife tortured trying to locate me. He had the tonton Macoud bludgeon my children to death in order to save bullets. When I last saw my wife, her eyes had ruptured from the electroshock. My little boy, his face was caved in. And my little girl, she had been hit so hard she was decapitated. They were faultless. So you and me, Fue, we are nothing in common. Marcano is an evil man. In that there is no question. But just because an evil man kills, it does not mean his victims are innocent.
Innocence ain't a thing that exists around folks like us. At least not for long. Hell, I'm not even sure I know what it looks like anymore.
I used to. Once. But the bloodier I get, the quicker that picture fades. But that's not important right now. Important thing is getting our weed back from the Dixie Mafia.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Mafia 3, the Deluxe Edition. And in this episode, we're gonna finish off this trafficking, because we only needed to do 2, before we actually continue on with the main story. And unfortunately for us, this is going to be a little bit longer than usual. See, first off, we gotta get to an area where we don't run into gator-infested water. Secondly, we're gonna have to, for the most part, take down all the Dixie gang members that happen to be in the vicinity, grab the boat, bring the boat back to shore, and bring the truck full of weed back to the warehouses of Cassandra, so that Cassandra's goons could actually distribute all the weed, which will max out our earn and will force us to have to, get another racket. And the only way we could do that, we have to... Oh, we gotta get out of the way. They saw us. They freaking saw us. As I was saying, the only way we could actually get ourselves another racket is by starting another associate or capo. And it will be unfortunately Burke this time. I say unfortunately because, well, Vito is actually the best one you got. But Burke, you gotta do him too, because this is where you get most of your auto upgrades. I mean, Vito has upgrades for everything else, and I think Cassandra has upgrades for the amount of ammo you can carry. It don't matter. Let's just take this guy down. Yeah, nobody will know that he's gone. I mean, who's gonna search for him? Let's try to make this as peaceful as humanly possible. Snipe these guys one by one. Sneak in. Get the ship and go. Uh-oh. Yeah, notice I'm a guy in all black in broad daylight sneaking people. Uh-oh. Somebody's coming. You did not see me. You did not see me. Please ignore the man in black who is trying to beat up everyone. Uh-oh. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. Nope. You did not see me. You did not see me. You did not see me. He so totally saw me. Jump over the fence. Jump over the fence. Jeez. He's still following me. Holy crap, he's still following me. You know, I could just ambush him from the freaking trees.
Whatever it was ain't here now, so fuck it.
I'm literally out in the open where people could see me just enough for them to call the police.
Have you ever eaten at the Catfish Queen?
Yeah. Kinda wish I had some screaming Zemmas right about now. That would really help. But oh wait, I forgot to buy some. Oops. It's alright. We just need to sneak in, kill anybody that's there, get the boat, and drive straight to the...
I'm sorry about that.
Yep. Yeah, he fell. He fell, ladies and gentlemen. He's clumsy like that. So, on that note, there should be another guy around here. Yeah, once I take care of the Dixie mob, it's gonna be great to get the boat, and I can just get out of here. Yep. That guy fell too. He fell directly on my knife. Though they are just finding bodies everywhere. Just the thought of... Nope. Yeah, you're not alerting anybody. Bitch. There are a couple of more guys here. Yeah, they're all over there. Oh, God. You haven't seen shit. Forget that I was here. Oh, let me just move out of the way, because there's another guy coming out of the room. Yeah. In all honesty, I would have been shot by now. Dixie member? Nope. Dead. Nothing to see here. A mosquito bit him. A mosquito bit him. And look, everybody looking at him like, oh my god, he's dead. So let's hide behind. Oh, hold on, wait. Let me play this out a little bit differently. Because the boat's right there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a Molotov. Let's see. Ah, damn it, I missed.
He's gotta be here.
Okay, I didn't miss that time. Oh, look. Nobody can be alerted. Now then, let's go on ahead and throw these guys' corpse into the gators. You thought I was kidding when I said this was gator infested, right? Hold on, let me show you. If I would have been swimming in the last part, here, this is exactly what would have happened to me. You see those gators right there? Gator infested. Yeah, I hope they like barbecued redneck. They're well done and grilled to perfection. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, if I ever do get caught by a gator, that would be the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me. Alright. I think there's one more guy in there that may try to catch me or intercept me. You know what? Let's just go get the boat and leave. I don't want him to shoot at me, but, well, this guy in particular, I don't want to shoot. They want me to shoot at. Okay. I don't want him to shoot at me as I'm trying to get through. Let's try to pick the lock. I could have just picked the lock from the back. That would have saved me a lot of trouble and I'd have caught him from behind. But I didn't think about it. Oh well. Alright.
Huh?
Good. He didn't notice I was here. Now, I can just take this and get out of this area. I have no further reason to being here. Except probably to try to get some more collectibles. But, no. I don't really need to be here. Let's just go and let's hop into the boat and drive away. Alright. We got the boat in question. Now, nobody's gonna stop us. So we don't have to worry about collecting weed this time. We just take the boat all the way back to the dock and drive. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's that way. Ugh. Jeez, we gotta go through the waters and navigate through the bayou just to get back to the dock, just to drive a truck all the way back to a warehouse so they can sell weed. Funny how we have a whole bunch of hitmen to do this, and I'm the one doing all the work. I know, I gotta put in the work to be the boss. I mean, that's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. Alright. Let's just cruise on. And I should turn off the music. Because here's the thing. Copyright's gotten worse than before. Let's turn left. And not into that barge, because if I destroy this boat, I'm a dead man walking. Now, for those of you who are wondering why am I saying that, real simple. Unlike with the prologue, where the boat's not supposed to be destroyed, if the boat is destroyed, you can have a chance to jump out of the water. Problem is, you better swim to shore as fast as you can, because if you don't, you're gonna get eaten by a gator. Plain and simple. Oh, and bear in mind that if you do take damage on the boat, it also affects you too. So there is that. Whew. I promise you, when it comes down to later on in the game, you're going to be getting more money than what you have right now. But by the end of the game, you're not going to know what to spend it on. I mean, you can spend it on weapons and all that stuff, but at the end of the game, you're practically going to be rich enough, and you can't really buy new outfits because all the outfits that you have is already available to you. You have all the suits and everything available to you via the Deluxe Edition, since it's a DLC. Well, it's an on this DLC now. Or also the Definitive Edition, one of the two. So with that said, let's park this boat. And now, we're going to get out the vehicle, and we're going to drive this truck all the way to the next warehouse. Hopefully there's not as many cops as there was in the last part. We'll have to go around. Because there's there's like a very short dock, and I may inadvertently drive this thing off of it, which will probably fail the mission. And I don't want to do that. And plus the GPS, not the GSP, the GPS will, in all honesty, get you in the right direction. Now, as I was saying before, while you will have all the money in the world, you'll practically only have weapons to spend it on, and those weapons will only last you for the remainder of the game, and primarily for all the missions. And once you get all the rackets and all the territory, there's gonna be nothing to spend it on. You'll just be doing some earn in order for you to practically keep your business running, because there is free play in the post game. And where am I going? Did I went the wrong way? No, I didn't. No, I did not. So, since we go, I don't know if this has a free play mode. Well, it does, but there's no point in trying to find the collectibles because they serve no purpose. But once you finish the game, that's it. You can just restart it again if you want to. Then again, do ya? Do you really want to? Especially since the first go round, sometimes it was glitching out. Like it happened to me in the last part, and the part before, and the very first episode of this playthrough. Yeah, think about it like this. I mean, they may try to make it an open sandbox, but once you get the amount of money, there's nothing else for you to do. You can't buy anything. Unlike with Mafia 2, which you could buy suits, and you could buy guns, but you can't buy anything else. Which, like I said, Mafia 2 is the superior game over the trilogy, soon to be anthology in August, or quadrilogy if you will. So will I be playing the old country? Let me check how my finances are. And moreover, let me check if this is going to be on PS4 or PS5. If it's on PS5, probably, but I will have to actually check as far as my hot park is concerned, if I can actually record games off of the PS5. And if I can, oh, I know exactly a couple of games I'm going to be recording later on in future playthroughs, provided that this channel is not shut down for some arbitrary reason or some stupid bullshit. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I went there and skipped the manual because that did start at another mission. I mean, they all repeat themselves endlessly. But this is my cut. A measly $316. God damn it. Well, like I said, if you want a bigger cut, you're going to have to take over more territories. So, whenever you want to get a cut, go over to where the bosses, or should I say your capo's hideout is located, and you'll get your cut. And if you get a low cut, that means they're pissed off with you. You get a high cut, that means you have leveled them up and done some favors for them, and you will basically be rolling in dough, but you won't know what to do with it. So on that note, let's just go over to Donovan to get the next associate, or soon-to-be capo, in the Lincoln Clay crime family. And hopefully, it won't be as hard as Cassandra.
Come on.
Problems?
This goddamn thing keeps jamming up. If you're ready to see the other briefings, we can get started.
Show me what else you managed to dig up.
You got it. Two of the city's finest scumbags. Oh, yes. Point for Dunn's favorite son, Thomas Burke.
How's he doing since Danny?
9 weeks ago, Burke stumbles into Roman the Butcher Barbiere's deli, drunk off his ass, waving a gun around. He fires off 10 rounds, but the only thing he manages to hit is a fucking ham hock in the goddamn deli case. The butcher's boys slap the shit out of him and toss him in a dumpster.
Barbieri is the one who took over Point Verdun, right? Busted up Burke's leg with a tire iron.
That's why Burke was willing to go along with the robbery. He thought it'd make things square with Sal, and he'd be able to get Point Verdun back.
He always struck me as an asshole.
Yeah, just like every other Irishman. But he hates Marcano as much as you do.
Yeah, all right. Least I can do is give Danny's old man a chance for a little payback. Oh, fucking hell.
He's been spending his time in a dive bar up in Point Verdun. Duffy's, it's called. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yo, you better be worth all this trouble.
Since that's as high as Cassandra's gonna go, we're gonna have to make sure that the next capo will take over a region completely. And that's going to be Burke. Burke is gonna take over the region that he's gonna start in first. And then after that, we're going to introduce Vito to the fold. And Vito will start his takeover of the entirety of a region. And it will alternate. That's going to be how it is until everybody gets a fair share. And also I do trafficking and favors for all of them. Oh God. I am just speeding like a complete madman, and now that I stop and think about it, this is not the causeway. When I stop and think that this is New Orleans, this isn't the causeway. No, I think this is the Huey P. Long Bridge. Oh, the causeway is a long, long toll bridge. A long 2-3 hour toll bridge. Now, actually, no, an hour toll bridge, actually. And it's only an hour toll bridge because of the fact that, well, people just don't know how to drive. I'm going to just be honest with you. Not everybody in the United States know how to drive. Some of the drivers will be at their stupidest in the causeway. Even though the causeway, everybody's going 70, 80 miles an hour, they still drive, and they still drive slow in the fast lane, basically. Even though there's like 4 lanes of the goddamn causeway. 4 lanes! And there's only like a few sections where they U-turn. Interesting fact about the New Orleans Causeway. So, needless to say, we've gotten into what is essentially a remaking of Port Richey, which is not in New Orleans, but a separate city in Louisiana. But let's be honest with you, Port Richey is actually it's like a small city in a parish full of small cities, and I think it's north of Robert. So it's not really as close to New Orleans as it is. So with that said, let's just head over to where Burke is. And for those who don't know who Burke is the father of Danny. And Danny, as you know, was killed in part 4. I'm only repeating this, and that's for people who just newly subscribed. For those who didn't, you've already seen part 4. Go back and see part 4 to see what happened to the kid.
Burke. Been a while.
Lincoln Clay. Jesus Christ on the cross. Now I've seen everything. Heard you were dead.
Been hearing that a lot.
The fuck do you want?
Came here to make you a business proposition.
Is that so?
I'm going after Marcano, his brothers, anyone else that's associated with him.
You want my help?
Way I see it, once we deal with Barbieri, you get Point Verdun back. After that, we can discuss what happens to the rest of the city.
No, fuck off. Got involved with your chalky bastards once already. Look where it got me.
From where I'm standing, I'm not seeing much of a difference between then and now.
You listen, you listen, God, you fuck. Danny was so burned up, the coroner wouldn't let me get a last look. If anyone's killing that fucking Marcano, it's me.
Unless Marcano's hanging around one of these dive bars, I don't think he has too much to worry about.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. There's got more stones in the likes of you there are fucking off. A fucking ingrate. Coming to your question, me. You and your kind, you caught and run at the first sign of trouble. You always have, you always will.
Hey, we're gonna go on ahead and take this man's car and go on a joyride, so that way we could pretty much convince him to help us with the cause of taking down Sammy. For those of you who haven't played San Andreas,
stones, so I figured we'd take a little ride. See who cracks first.
quality,
Chalky or the Mick.
I was like track that.
Weekend only.
360p at the time when I did that recording. This was actually the mission involving Joyce and Johnny Sindacco. Yes, Johnny Sindacco, where CJ had him strapped to the hood and he drove like a manual all throughout the entirety of Los Venturas and gave him a heart attack. And when Johnny Sindacco saw CJ once again, he ended up dying from PTSD. It's not going to get that far, but that's pretty much essentially what you're doing to Burke. Scaring the fuck out that guy and making him possibly vomit.
Plus, all of Hank's fountain beverages come with spilled.
So that's how we're going to actually get Burke to join our cause.
Give me the word when you've had enough.
Since 1932.
Meanwhile, the only thing we had to deal with Cassandra was taking one of her
Pick the wrong man to
patient
call out.
henchmen and pretty much revealing where she's located. Which really wasn't that hard. Now that I just have to think about it, why did I say this hard? No, I'd say the hardest one was Vito. Because Vito, in all honesty,
Man, get the fuck out
has
of my way.
the hardest one, as he would most likely be in a race against time in order to save him. And by the way, everything that I just did damage to my body armor. So I'm gonna have to get some new body armor before we start taking some territories and, you know, helping Burke out. Hold on, we completed the mission. We completed the mission. He got in his car, he left, and I accidentally threw a Molotov. Well, there goes the Molotov, so I gotta go buy some more. God damn it. But we completed the mission, so where is the completion prompt? You know, the theme where I complete the mission and we can go on to start doing things for Burke. Well, where are we gonna get that? Come on. I got out of the car. What the hell? What in the absolute fuck, dude? Oh, not again. Come on. This is for the last 3 parts. Come on, man. This is some bullshit. Oh, now we got it. Now we got it.
What?
I'm not doing anything wrong, officer. I'm just running. Leave me alone. The game just almost glitched on me again. Jesus Christ. But I will end it here, and in the next episode, we're going to start working on claiming territories for Burke. Claiming rackets for Burke. So that way we can expand our earn. This is RP Man 985. Peace out, and take care.